Hi guys, and welcome to another Failure Friday. This Friday, I would like to talk about letting anxiety get the best of me. So, I don't remember really having anxiety until the last 5 or 6 years. I'm sure I did in some way, but not like I've been having. Unfortunately, in the last 5 or 6 years, I will let anxiety get the best of me. I've had anxiety attacks about the smallest things, about the biggest things. I've struggled with going places because of my anxiety at times, and that's not how I want to live. And unfortunately, last year during the Emmy race, I had one of these attacks when I was supposed to go to an event. So Brent and Joanna were at a different event, and then we heard about Will and Grace's event that was actually just a couple blocks from where I live, and I was terrified, absolutely terrified. For some reason. At first I was like, yeah, let's go. I'll go, no problem. I'll take a sign, stand out, wave at people, talk to people if I can, anything like that. But then a wave of anxiety hit me, and I don't know if it was because I was going alone, because I was going to a place I really hadn't been to before. I don't know what it was, because I had no problem with most of the rest of our events going and not experiencing any anxiety whatsoever. But this day I was freaking out from my anxiety, and it was something I hadn't experienced before. And it also changed me into somebody I hadn't really experienced before. So I actually started coming up with excuses why I couldn't go. I was telling Brent and Joanna I had to meet a friend, which I was meeting a friend, but not until later. And I was like, I have to be there earlier than this, and I haven't seen her in a while. And all of these tiny things that really weren't totally true, because I was that scared and I was that freaking out. And even on the drive over there, I was like, no, I need to go over there. After talking with Brent and Joanna and stuff, and I went over, and even going there, I was like shaking, and I didn't understand it. I hadn't experienced anything that dramatic that I was going to alone. And just everything about it was very scary. But the positive thing that came out of that is nothing went wrong. Nothing happened. I got there, and I went for a little bit, was standing on the street corner and trying to talk to people. But the way this theater set up is all of the members and everything, the Academy members, were driving right up to with the valet, and I wasn't really allowed up there and stuff. So no one was really seeing my sign. A couple people were, but it just wasn't getting the traction it really should, or it didn't look the best. So what I did is, Brent had this awesome idea, or maybe it was Joanna, I'm not sure. One of them had this amazing idea to get magnets for our cars. So we had magnets on our cars that had all the information, stuff like that. So I just hopped in my car and just started circling the block. And it was awesome when I did that, because as soon as I did that, they actually got a line for the valet. And so there was 10, 15 cars, and I was just waiting at this perfect stoplight, and I just stood there in my car, not standing there, sat there in my car and waved at everyone. And it was great. It was an awesome way for us to get exposure. And it was also an awesome thing because it showed me my anxiety is lying to me. There wasn't any reason I couldn't go. There was nothing about this particular event that was scary or different. I mean, yes, I was by myself, but I've done other events by myself. I don't know why for this particular event I got so much anxiety, but I was upset with myself at the end of the night because I let my anxiety get the best of me. And I almost let it stop me from living my life. And that's really not how I want to live. So please, anyone out there that's dealing with something similar, or in the future if you deal with something similar, know that the anxiety is there to keep you safe, and for your brain to say, oh, this is something new, I don't know about it, or it's something I've experienced in the past and it wasn't positive. But know that every new experience can be a positive one. And this one was. There was nothing bad about this event. If anything, it was a nice event. I got a lot of people laughing while they were waiting for line in the valet. I had a nice hour and a half I was there. I don't think I stayed that long because it wasn't very long that people were going inside, and then I wasn't sure how long the event would last. But yeah, so just don't let anxiety, small things like that, get to you. And just know it's okay that most events, most places your anxiety is freaking out about are going to be perfectly fine. And especially if it's not harming you or harming somebody else to go to something, maybe go against your anxiety just to show yourself that it can be okay. Well, I hope you guys all love this. I hope at least one person can be helped by this, or for just a small event, a big event, something in your life that you've been scared to do, anything like that. But I hope you guys can do that. Thank you, and have a lovely weekend. Thanks, guys. Bye.